pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. First item is the approval of the agenda. Is there any other changes or anything to the agenda?
You want me to do roll call real quick?
Oh, please, yeah, I'm sorry.
Member Chase? Here. Vice Chair Bomar?
Here.
Member Small?
Here.
Chair Skipper?
Here.
We have a quorum.
Okay, thank you. Approval of the agenda, which is fine, no changes.
No changes,
We
sir.
only have one case, so there can't really be much change. Audience comments. There's only one person here, so if you have something you'd like to speak about other than what's on the agenda, this would be the time. Hearing none, we'll close the audience comments for now.
Sheriff, we could just get a motion approving the agenda. I know it seems redundant, but...
Motion to approve the agenda?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Aye.
Thank you.
Aye. Approval of the minutes from November 29th. If you had a chance to look at those. You have a motion?
I'll make a motion. We approve the minutes from the last meeting, November 29th.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Discussion? Not roll call?
Member Small?
Yes.
Member Chase?
Yes.
Vice Chair Bomar?
Yes.
Chair Skipper?
Yes.
Motion carries.
That moves on to the first item, action case number 23089, 311 North Tessier. Kristen?
Good afternoon, Chair and Board of Adjustment members. Kristen Coleman on behalf of the City Senior Planner. So our one application today is variance case number 23089, Jerome and Julia Zabrida, and their property is located at 311 North Tessier Drive, where the applicant requests a practical difficulty variance to construct a front covered porch and open staircase that does not meet the required front yard setback of 20 feet for the porch and 17 feet for the open staircase, with 14 feet 4 inches and 9 foot 4 inches proposed. Listing of exhibits. Okay. This is the subject property highlighted in red. It contains a single-family residence and is surrounded also by single-family residences uses to the east, south, west, and also to the north across the canal. The property is located within the RU1 residential zone, RU on the future land use map. And then the variance request detail, we went through that as part of the original, where they're looking for required front yard setbacks for both the porch and the open staircases. And you just see the zoning table to show you what is required by the RU1 zone, existing, and also proposed. Okay, here is a survey of the property showing the existing conditions. And the site contains a single-family residence. It was constructed in 1995 according to the Pinellas County property appraiser, and contains a 2-story dwelling with circular driveway, rear paver patio with in-ground pool, and dock with boat lift. And here is the applicant's request. It is the site plan. It is part of a renovation project, which includes the covered front porch, the open stairs, with the addition of the elevator access in the front of the dwelling. And to the rear, they're going to look to construct a 16 by 34 addition to include an extension of the dwelling and a roof open balcony area on the second floor. So I just kind of wanted to give you the overview. This is part of the renovation. We're just focusing on the front. Just a little bit more insight of the overall project, the ground floor and the first floor plans. And just a little bit of the enlarged request. I apologize, it's kind of fuzzy here, showing the setbacks in the layout. Again, for the front yard setback, 20 feet is required for the open porch, 14 feet 4 inches is requested, open front stairs, 17 feet is required, and 9 foot 4 inches is requested. And this just gives you the proposed front elevation with the changes. Some more elevations that were contained within your packet, just so you could kind of see the relief off the front. Going on to the site, noticing was completed as required, the legal ad was published, and notice is mailed on December 6th and signposted on the property on December 13th. It's a front picture from the site visit of the dwelling. This is the neighbor to the west, and this is the neighbor directly to the east of the subject property. Just a few more pictures showing what is currently existing with regards to the front access and how it is utilized today. Also, with the proposed renovation, the applicant has said that he's going to have to amend the circular driveway to come a little bit further to the west to allow for that projection for the addition, but that would be in compliance with the land development code. Just a picture of the current driveway, or one section of the circular driveway. And here I just wanted to give you pictures of kind of what exists now with the relief and the access. And here was the current stairs. So the applicant is looking to go, instead of parallel with the street, he's coming out perpendicular. And just bringing you around the property, this is the location for the other part of the renovation for that, the rear addition and circular staircase. And coming back around to the western part. Okay, here's just a side-by-side comparison. I feel they're always helpful just to see what they're proposing. So variance criteria and comments, those were also contained within my staff findings report. There was some comments that I would like the applicant to provide their own testimony and respond to. The applicant should provide an overview of the proposed project, including the front and rear additions and any additional improvements that may include but are not limited to driveway modifications or landscape changes, and the limitations in using the existing staircase. To also provide clarification on how the elevator would be accessible from the ground floor, the applicant should discuss the proposed changes to the materials of the exterior of the home with regards to color or roofing. And staff, while out there, did observe that it did not appear that the dwelling currently contains gutters and downspouts. The proposed covered front porch, which contains a hip roof design, which does not entirely cover the proposed open stairs and could create issues for those using the stairs during bad weather. With that, installation of gutters and downspouts would direct the water away from the stairs and prevent any safety issues, in addition to protecting the porch area from excess moisture and providing proper drainage. The rear addition also contains a hip roof and would also protect the patio paver below if they were installed. Applicant should discuss if there is currently a generator present on the property, and should one be desired, if compliance with the land development code regarding location and setbacks would be met. So we're just trying to go a little proactive and looking further down the road. So with that, the staff does find the request reasonable and will not have an adverse impact on the neighborhood, and we do recommend approval with the following conditions. The applicant shall submit a sealed as-built plan noting all setbacks and ISR calculation and approved by zoning prior to the issuance of a final inspection or certificate of occupancy, and that gutters and downspouts shall be installed as necessary due to the comment previous. With this application, we did receive 5 letters. All were in support and all were within 300 feet of the subject property that were noticed.
Okay, is that all?
That is all I have. I think the applicant, Jerry, is here.
The applicant would like to come forward and give us your name and address and give us just a brief overview of what you're planning on. I think she covered it pretty good.
Does he need to be sworn in?
Yes, we didn't do that.
If you can raise your right hand, do you swear or affirm that the information or factual representation that you are about to give or present to the board is truthful?
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay.
If you can go ahead, sir.
Okay, thank you. My name is Jerry Zabrita, and I live at 311 North Tessier Drive with my wife Julia and 2 kids. Also, I'd like to say thank you to the board for your time and service. It's an honor to be in front of you today, and I hopefully won't take up too much time. Kristen did a fantastic job adding pretty much what I was going to present today as well, so I can quickly go through this. This again is just the front elevation of the house, and I'll address where we're going to change some things real quickly for you. That we're planning on ripping up the front driveway in the project from the concrete, put pavers in to be more in keeping with that style of home, Key West style home. We're planning on getting rid of the old current vinyl siding that's been there since '95, and we'll replace it with hardy plank all along the entire home. Though we may do stucco on the bottom, we're not sure yet. That's, again, in keeping with Key West style homes around the neighborhoods. The roof line is clip style metal roof with a 1/4-inch underlayment of foam, aluminum foil backed foam with a rubber underlaying in keeping with the code to St. Pete Beach and high wind areas. Thank you for picking up on the gutters. We do have them in 2 places in the back, but we never had them in the front, and they're going to be added because they're a serious pain with a hip roof where the water spouts come down, and it's unbelievably inconvenient for us. So we will definitely add that to our plan. If we can, do you want me to drive or?
Ryan, can you put?
Okay. So again, that's just, you've already seen that. We do plan, oops,
I
sorry.
apologize, that was me. You can say click.
Okay, I'll definitely say click. So in the back, we also plan, during this plan, we will add more royal trees in the middle of the field. It was wonderful for the kids growing up, but it gets very, very hot in the summer, so we're gonna put more foliage and more planting areas in the back where there is current existing tiles, and we're actually planning on replacing them because they're an ancient style of octagonal tile that we're gonna put in a nicer new set of tile back in there as well. You can see the back. You can barely see the roof line, but we will have a hip roof in the back covering the new addition. A little hip roof out front we have. We'll expand that to just cover the front entrance for rain and FedEx packages or whatever. You can click. This is, as asked, if you'll notice in the bottom, this is just a couple garages and then the way to get back upstairs from the inside. That will have a door opening to the inside and have access to the garages, as we tend to use the garages the most, but then if we have wheelchairs or anything to do, we bring it in through the garage. Click, and then when it comes to the top, oh, that doesn't have it on it.
Yeah, this looks
Well,
like
this
it's
is
the existing.
This is existing. Sorry, I had a set that has existing drawings in.
Okay.
New ones, so this is the this is
This
the
is
new
the new.
downstairs? Correct, yes,
Yep.
that's all new downstairs.
So the entry, and I'm just going to jump in, so the entry door that currently exists at grade will remain, or is that going to be changed?
No, that will be completely sealed off.
Okay.
It'll be the elevator shaft now, and the elevator opens to the inside on the ground floor.
Okay, so to gain access, you're going to go through one of the garage doors to get in?
Correct.
Okay.
For the elevator. It definitely opens indoors, not out, and then obviously the stairs are for access from the outside for not being in the garages. And then this is the new plan with more in it. Again, the elevator comes up to the top. It would open into what is currently a foyer or a dining area. We're redesigning the kitchen to use it more modern, big stadium kitchen, use up more of the available light that we would like to provide for the addition in the back. We would turn the old kitchen, which is in the front right corner, into a guest suite for visitors. And then we would have a porch off the back of the bedroom 3, I think that is. That would be uncovered, but it would be with, the nice PVC planking. And then I'm gonna add a circular staircase in the back, both for convenience to getting into the back as well as a exit or a fire exit off the back of the house in the event that something bad happens. We can go. Again, these are just the elevations. I think you've seen them. Again, we're going to do hardy planing, come back with the exact same roof line, add downspouts and gutters for sure. And then I discussed the new pavers in the front. Did I miss any of the questions that you had off? Oh, and then if you just keep clicking real quick, I'll just keep going. And this is very similar. You put them side by side, which was better than I can do. That's what it looked like before. That's what it'll look like. Again, the front entrance is not being extended out. It's just the stairs. So that was something nice. Then click again, the back, and then we're coming out straight off the back there. The new roof line will basically engulf the eyebrow window, and we're removing the fireplace since the 3 times we've used it in the 23 years we've been here. Good. And then again, that's what it'll look like in the end. There'll be more trees in the way and a couple more plantings around the pool. So just the left side elevation as well. And then the final is just the elevation from that side. And I think that is it, maybe. A couple more just elevation shots for you.
Okay, we've got a good idea what you're doing. It looks very nice.
Yeah. Okay, thanks.
Chair, if I may, the only one thing that was not addressed was the comment with regards to generator.
Oop, I'm sorry. I didn't see it written.
Oh, okay.
Generator is.
Do you currently have one? Is one proposed?
I currently have a portable,
Okay.
13,000 portable that I have an external hookup in. It was electric. I put it in, the licensed electrician, blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
That's the only thing I currently have, and I don't know that we have a plan to add a larger one at this point. But if it changes, it'll be done to code and above grade, like the air conditioners in the back are all on pedestals with hurricane-proof, whatever the word we're looking for.
Platform?
Sitting on the platform, the pad, this is the word I was looking for. So we would just build that up, add another pad just like those, so it would be in keeping with the house as well as to code. Everything else in the build-out will be done to code per, I have an architect and an engineer working on that, and I'll make sure the contractors do the same.
Okay, what we're really here for is the variance of
Correct.
the side yards, and all the rest, that's nice to explain to us.
Yep.
But really, our main focus is the setbacks.
Okay.
And the generator is not currently in us. There's no generator in a
No.
setback problem, so
No.
that's not an issue.
Just trying to look forward down the road, as we have seen, with renovations that they are proposed later down the road, and we may have a setback issue. I was just looking for,
Okay.
putting that seed, planting the seed, I guess you could say.
Okay.
Perfect.
All right, thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Hey, was there anyone else here that wanted to comment on someone in the audience? I'll assume that there's none. Is there anyone here in opposition to this application? Hearing none, we'll close the public hearing. We'll open it up for board discussion.
Just before, if I may, any ex parte communications?
No.
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 Thank you.
I think it's a beautiful renovation plan. It's always great when the neighbors are supportive. And the setbacks, though somewhat significant in numbers, aren't intruding into the street or the neighbors, vantage point.
It looks fine. I think it looks good.
That's
It's always good to add an elevator. The houses that we build today almost all have, 2-story houses have elevators in them, so that's a good thing to do.
I'll make a motion to approve case number 2309 after hearing the testimony today, including the conditions proposed by the city.
I'll second that.
We have a motion, we have a second. Roll call, please.
Vice Chair Bomar?
Yes.
Member Small?
Yes.
Member Chase?
Yes.
Chair Skipper?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Congratulations.
Good luck.
Suppose I shouldn't object.
I'm just curious, did you have any water over your seawall?
We did not. When we first bought it, we had seawall issues. We knew it, so we had Gulf Coast. I think we had them put in a nuke, and then I made them put a 3-foot cap in. And the neighbors did. They tied it in, but they didn't put as high of a cap in, so that came over their wall into the backyard, but a couple feet. So
I'm just curious.
Yeah, that was worse than even the hurricane times. I think that this was strange how high the water came up at this point.
Yeah.
But no, I haven't had any flooding at all from that perspective because we did that, and then pretty high up on the side of life anyway, so that's good.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Be in touch.
Merry Christmas.
We have anything else we'd like to bring up?
No, sir?
Anything for next month?
We do not have anything scheduled currently. Today is also the deadline for the January one, so there's a few that I have to review. Whether they're complete or not, I will
You're more
let
than
you know.
likely going to have a bunch of new members next month, too.
Potentially. So monitor that situation. Check
What-
your emails.
What hap-
So how does that impact, so do they, if there's a new commissioner in office, do they have the opportunity then to assign?
They could potentially keep the same, but they do have the opportunity to appoint new board members.
Got it.
That wouldn't create an ongoing conflict, right? So there's some ethics stuff there, but they have that right.
So pretty much the entire board will be up for reappointment or replacement at the end of
Well,
this month.
BJ already is, right? So we're going to have a new member here, but essentially,
Has there been a new member appointed for him?
Ginny, not yet, right?
No.
No. So we'll see.
So the rest of us will then wait and see what they're going to do.
I would say there's probably going to be a grace period, at least that'll be my suggestion, to allow business to operate, because we do have a lot of variances on. But ultimately, you know, we have a new election in March for 1 and 3, so that'll definitely result in probably new board members. But for the interim basis, just check your city emails and, you know, just make sure you're keeping aware of the situation.
Pretty good. Anything else?
Hope you have a very Merry
Merry
Christmas,
Christmas,
Happy
Happy
holidays.
Christmas, everyone.
Happy holidays.
I'm just curious, if there are changes, say, in 2 weeks before our next meeting, will we be notified and will we be not showing up at the following meeting if we were getting changed out?
If you don't receive an email, show up.
Okay. Well, I just wondered if there,
They may reach out to you. In my opinion, with the holidays and so much going on, I don't see any drastic changes going, but it's ultimately not my decision. But if they ask me for my advice, I would probably advise them to just keep things as is for now. Because we also have a massive planning board meeting on the 23rd for the trade winds. And yeah, so you will get contacted if there has been a replacement. But if you hear nothing, then I would just assume.
here.
Reply to my email. Say if you are going to be here or not.
Sorry.
It would be business as usual and
Correct.
until.
reply.
On the 31st, until you're notified.
But if we were replaced, we wouldn't be here and the new person would just show up.
Correct.
Okay.
If you're replaced, then you're no longer a board member.
Right.
So you can come and sit in the audience if you want, but
All right, moving on. We have a
Motion
motion.
to adjourn.
We have a second.
Second.
Roll call?
Member Small?
Yes.
Member Chase?
Yes.
Vice Chair Bomar?
Yes.
Member Skipper?
Yes.
Motion carries.
I have cookies.